We did it. Finally got a huge pull on the Nauta Dollars. In our last episode, we opened up our Rivals rewards from our first week, and we got throat punched. However, squad battles, man, did it ever come through. So, in this video, let's show a little love to our offline players. We're gonna go through a team update, show you where I'm at, what I'm doing with my coins. We've got a ton of them now. And what I do in squad battles to make sure that I get at least Elite 1. Now, let's get into those packs. Also, like, follow if you're not. So we've got our first squad battles rewards. We finished Elite 1, which is where I think all of the hardcore players or players that can play a ton during the week should aim for. Top 100 is such a crapshoot. I just don't think it's worth trying to grind for. Elite 1, you can play, on Superstar for about half your games, and the rest you can just play on Rookie while you work towards other objectives. That being said, let's grab our rewards and see what we can pull. I'll mention this throughout in case anyone has missed in the prior episodes. All of these choice packs I am saving for the Fantasy Hockey event because those cards are lower overalls that sometimes in the low 80s they can go into the reward pool for these packs, and because the reward pool is so narrow you have a shot at pulling them. So just a reason why I'm saving those. Let's start, we'll just start in order. The Jumbo Premium Pack. Any gold players are a plus as we work towards team builders and icons and things like that, but I would love a big pull. We haven't had our staple pull yet. Something massive, and honestly, Silvers is probably not going to do it. However, this pack is tradable. Okay, we pull an X Factor. Oh, okay. Could be massive, and it's tradable. If this is Connor McDavid, we just completely changed the entire outlook of my team. 84 Tage Thompson. What are these packs? London Knights. All right, quick sell. 99. Hey, that's good. Oh, it's Destiny. It is simply Destiny. Now, I am more than likely going to sell this X Factor no matter what it is. I'm looking for Connor McDavid. Show me Connor. Come on. I mean, I'm sure there's a Flames fan out there that wants him, Damn. All right, well, we're still going to sell him. We'll see what we can get for him. All right, on to the Prime Pack. This one is untradeable. More Silvers, a power-up collectible. Buckle up. These might be juiced. That's 30K right there. Wellwood. Oh, my goodness. X-Shark Legend. And a coach. Coaches right now, guys, are going for a ton because it's so hard to pull them. 83 Jake Gensel, 80 Mason Marchment. Dude, these packs are wild right now. However, mine's untradeable, so I can't sell them. Although Shooting Boost is a good one, so. All right, Jumbo Elite Players Pack. We'll open up. Yeah, Jumbo Elite Players Pack will save. We will save. My goodness, I can't believe we've gotten so good pulls so far. Grubauer, Orlov, Pinto. All right, these are great for team builders. Goudreau. Oh, we're working towards the Wild. That's actually huge. We're really close to the Wild. Any more Minnesota Wild would be massive. All right, so that was a straight across the board NHL pack, which is nice. That's 10 more towards team builders. We'll do one more of these, and then we have the Jumbo Elite packs. Man, squad battles is where it's at. Yo, I was gonna make this. We have gotten no good pulls so far, and now we are just absolutely on fire. Cole Caulfield, Malkin, Cam York, and Josh Brown. Unbelievable. All right, these are two bigger packs here. We'll start with the Jumbo NHL Players pack. Martin Necas, Chris Pronger, Darnell Nurse, Jonathan Huberdeau. A lot of 83s. Love that. Logan Thompson. Another Minnesota Wild. Marchenko. Spurgeon. Yo, we might actually have the Minnesota team builder done. Suzuki. O'Reilly. Oh, that looks so weird. Ugh. Barbashev. One more big pull. Schmaltz. Matt Boldy. Okay. Wow, we got bailed. We pulled a lot of Minnesota Wild players. Okay, here we go. Last pack. This is the best pack that we got. Come on. Show me something good. Brooke Bowser. The OGs know what I'm talking about. Bo Horvat. I haven't gotten any New York Islanders. Matheson. Stuart Skinner. Harry Sateri. This is the worst. Oh, nice. John Tavares. Pulling an 80 and above, non-NHLer has been pretty tough. Dan Vladar. Tarasenko. Atkinson. David Perron. Nyquist. Logan Couture, there he is. Casey DeSmith, Rasmus Anderson. Yo, we can actually upgrade him now, basically. Dmitry Orlov, Glenn Hall, and Jake Allen. Okay, so that pack did have a ton in there. So, obviously, getting a tradable X Factor is going to change a lot. I had been slowly saving up my coins by essentially just collecting all of the coins I was getting from doing objectives, from the X Factor, and the power-up icon, objective paths, but anytime you get a tradable X Factor, they're still going for well over 100,000 coin. I'll be honest with you, the value simply is not there for any of them if you are looking to straight up buying them. However, if you are someone who is just doing a theme team, which I have the utmost respect for, the new X Factor format where every team gets one X Factor offers theme team players a lot more because no matter what, you can get a player from your favorite team. Some Flames fan out there was willing to spend 130,000 coins essentially on my Rasmus Andersson, and we will accept. I have no idea if these videos look better if I don't do the face cam while I'm talking over menus and stuff like that, because I think just for simplicity's sake, it's probably better if I'm just gone. We're gonna try it out. Let me know in the comments section down below. So here is the team. After a massive week of rewards, and finally having EA release solid content, the team is starting to come together, especially the top 6. Hilary Knight has legitimately been the most surprising card I think I've ever used in Hockey Ultimate Team. Long live the queen of right-handed forwards. Tim Stützle continues to be extremely effective as well. Gold Elite Edges is still so much fun. My next task is to try and get playmaking forward activated, and man, synergies have been just super hard to activate, and even playmaking forward isn't all that great, but I just want to try it out. And then finally, we've got Evgeny Kuznetsov. If you didn't watch my Headliner Week 2 event breakdown video, after seeing the stats and the build of this card, in my opinion, I think this is a must-make early on, especially if you're no money spent, and you've been able to get the free power-up collectibles from Hut Rush. Love the fact that they've fixed rewards in Rivals, but good lord, the most rewarding mode should not be Hut Rush. Now, through 23 games of Hut Rivals, he's got 14 points, and I will admit, it was a little slow early on. However, over the last 5 to 10 games, I've really started to notice Evgeny Kuznetsov, and I'm starting to use him a little bit more effectively. I think everyone sees the 91 speed and just assumes you just got a beeline right down the boards, because anything over 90 at this stage of the game is really impactful. However, where he really shines is when you're cycling in the zone, because you're able to hold everyone off with unstoppable force. I would love to get playmaking forward and agile dangler boost activated, as that would give him almost max agility and max hand stats, but because of how synergies work now, it's just very difficult to do that. The second line, Yuri Letnin, Mike Fisher, and Matthew Tkachuk. Matthew Tkachuk is my best scorer. No disrespect to the queen, but if you watched my strategies and settings video, I go over how to score using behind the net, and you really need a good shooter for those low far side shots, and Matthew Tkachuk just goes in so much. I don't even have close quarters activated on him right now because I don't even know if I need it. I would love to get power forward and accelerator boost especially activated, but again, same situation with synergies. It's just very difficult to activate. Mike Fisher continues to be one of the most valuable team builders simply because of gold quick draw. Again, every video, have one player that has gold quick draw. The third line is Mike Peca, Pat LaFontaine, who I did acquire, as well as Joe Sakic. Pat LaFontaine, the reason why I went out and made him was simply because I'm working towards getting Teemu Selanne. Again, for anyone that is new to Hockey Ultimate Team, if you go over to the power-up icon sets, the new change to acquiring the ultimate power-up icons in Mario, Lemieux, and Gretzky is that you need 8 headliners. To get each of the headliners, you need to actually trade in 4 separate power-up icons. So for Teemu Selanne, who in my opinion is the best of the headliners, you need to acquire Joe Sakic, Phil Housley, Jess Jaguar, and Pat LaFontaine. So that's where I'm spending all of my gold non-NHLers with all of my rewards. Slowly but surely. Again, just to show you, all I'm doing with my rewards is I am taking my gold non-NHLers and throwing them into this power-up icon set. When it comes to base icons, you should probably hold on to them, but there's no exclusive trade-in set for them, but EA has just been all over the place with content this year, and it just wouldn't surprise me at all if they made one, so I'll probably take these guys out. But that's all I'm doing, is I'm just throwing all my gold non-NHLers into this set because they don't go towards team builders. It's just the most effective thing to do with them. And then we've got the budget beasts in Matthew Barzal, Sebastian Aho, and Ryan Smith. On defense, Cale Makar. Man, is this card fun to use. For anyone that doesn't have the training camp pre-order Cale Makar, getting his base card is still a pretty good idea. He's just so fast. I've been using Seeing Eye a lot more over the last week, and I've really seen an uptick in the shots that just go in when the goalie is screened. Seeing Eye actually seems to freeze the goaltender, so it has a place, but only if you take shots from the point. A lot of people don't, so Dmitry Orlov, I think, is one of the best values in the entire game. In terms of cost, he's just stupid cheap. And again, you can can refund his last 2 tiers and get both of your power-up collectibles back. Two-way defenseman, I think, might be the best defensive synergy, and Silver Truculence is one of the best abilities. Brooks Orpik, I messed around in week 1 and thought about upgrading him to his 86, but because Kuznetsov came out, it was an easy make, and I don't want to use any power-up collectibles that I am not getting for free from things like Hut Rush and things like that on this event. If you are new to the game, event cards is how they suck all of your resources out of you so that you can't go out and make the things that you want later on. Well, I think that these event master cards are really good, and you can get to tier 4 by essentially renting them because you will get the power-up collectibles back. That final tier where you unlock the gold zone ability, which makes Brooks Orpik so good, when you go to refund them, you're going to lose a power-up collectible. So at this stage, not going to make him. And then we got Dan Girardi. When in doubt, throw Girardi out. Legitimately my most surprising performer throughout the series. This card is not an 84 overall. I also fully apologize. I realize that all of my love for Dan Girardi has essentially crushed the ability to get New York Ranger cards for cheap. I'm not gonna lie though, this card's sick. And then in net, we did pack that Jacob Markstrom. However, the Calgary Flames failed us after losing to the Crosby and Malkin Revenge Tour. But even at 83 overall, in 29 Rivals games, yes, I have not played squad battles with Markstrom in net. I'm 19-10, and 5 of those were overtime losses. A 151 goals against and an 83% save percentage in Division 2. We take those. Now, I don't think I would go out and spend the couple extra 1,000 coins on this Jacob Markstrom. I would just go buy his base card, but Markstrom so far, great job. Now, a lot of people have been asking, what am I going to do with all my coins? I'll be real, guys. I have no faith in EA doing anything of traditional sense when it comes to Hockey Ultimate Team. Meaning that there is no way to predict what cards are coming, what value is going to hold. I have zero faith. And the last thing I want to do as a no money spent player is 1, recommend going out and investing something for you guys. And 2, sewering all of my coins so that in this series, I simply can't do anything cool when awesome content comes out. I'll be real, the strongest contender right now is to buy Tomas Hertl, simply because he's my favorite San Jose Shark currently, and probably the only good Sharks card for the entire year. But at this value, I just simply can't justify it. The other thing that I've been strongly considering is looking at 83, 84, and 85 overall cards, and trying to invest in a bunch simply because I'm trying to save for the fantasy hockey event. However, the issue with that is when EA changed the format back to what we would expect in Hockey Ultimate Team, allowing us to trade 85s and individual overalls in for different amounts of event collectibles, a great change. That basically crushed the 85 overall market and below, which is fine. It's just you're not really going to see much of a deal now. So in all honesty, I'd rather just have the coins going into that event. Lastly, when it comes to cards, I just want to reiterate what I'm doing with all of like my garbage cards, essentially. Silvers, always be trading into this set, guys. Until EA gives us a reason to think that silvers will actually have any sort of value, they don't. Don't go out and buy silvers to complete this set. Just every time you get one, throw it into this set. Do that with everything. All of the cards you are not going to use, whether it be customization items, jerseys, and logos. To be honest, some jerseys you can actually sell for quite a bit because there's people out there of fans of that team looking for it. But because I'm extremely lazy, I just throw it into these sets. And always take advantage of this gold jersey exchange when you can. When you get to 10 gold jerseys, if they are untradeable, you will get a tradable premium pack. Again, one of the best values in the game. And then to reiterate what to do with your gold cards, if you have not done the X Factor set, the 0 out of 50, make sure you throw all gold non-NHLers into this set. Once you get this done, try for your shot at McDavid. There's a 30-day cooldown. McDavid's card is so good, you should be trying to do this every single month. Once that is done, go and do the power-up icons. Again, I would pick one. I would start with Teemu Selanne. The cost doesn't matter because you can make whatever one you want. I would throw all your non-NHL gold cards into these sets and just, again, slowly work towards it. There's no rush, guys. If you're playing all year long, you're going to get Mario, Gretzky, and Howe, so just take your time. And lastly, team builders. I'm probably going to wait one more week of rewards before I go and spend the coins to finish off some of these so I can actually get my first team builder card. Every single time you get rewards, simply throw these cards into the set. If you are someone that does not think that you are going to get enough cards, or you don't play enough, or maybe you don't have interest in team builder cards, go and take a look at every NHLer, and any time that a 74 to 79 overall gold card is going for more than 1,300 coins, just sell it. At 1,300 coins, that's just such good value, and I'd rather have the coins than going for the team builder card. But as you work towards rewards, I mean, I've gotten 17 Minnesota Wild cards since launch of the game, 13 Montreal Canadiens, and then I've got a few that are almost about to hit double digits. Once I get my next set of rewards, I'll throw all my NHLers in here, and we'll slowly work towards getting a few team builder cards. All right, we're throwing the camera back on. All right, so like I said, I want to go over some squad battles and show you some tips and things that I've learned. I will do a full squad battles video that will go over in depth the strategies and things that you want to do. But as you can see, I've had some decent success with it. Again, I want to touch on the players that can play a ton. I'm going to say like a couple hours a day. You want to aim for Elite 1. Going for top 100 is a complete random dice roll. The reason for that is because it's all dependent on what overall you get in all of your rerolls in terms of refreshing your opponent. That's right. You can max out all of your points by getting 20 plus shots on goal and winning every game by 5. And not get top 100 while playing on Superstar, which is basically the equivalent of getting double leg drop kicked right in the face. So aim for Elite 1. You can play a bunch of games on Superstar to get your Elite 1 ranking, and then you can play out a bunch on Rookie so that you can work towards objectives. However, I know a lot of you are struggling, so let's go over some tips for squad battles. So we'll go and we'll play a game on Superstar, 4-minute periods, go for the max. Let's see what we can do. Now, I showed everyone in my strategies video how to play using behind the net in an online game. Squad battles is essentially the same thing. The goal is to get into the corner. However, you need to make sure that you don't get close enough to the boards to get pinned. Once you start to see their AI defenders start to come at you, that's when you move into the slot. You shoot low far side. Either you're going to get a rebound, which counts as a shot on goal, which you need anyways, or you're going to straight up score or crash the rebound. That's it. All you've got to do this entire time is to just get into the zone, hold it wide, wait for pressure, and then streak right in front of the goaltender. You rinse and repeat, and eventually you're going to score your goals. Now, for all of my guys out there that just do not want to play squad battles, like myself, if your opponent has collapsing strategies on, you can just simply go behind the net, and the defenders will just be absolutely mortified of you trying a Michigan attempt, so they'll just guard the post. As you can see here, I got my 20 shots. I'm up by 5. I literally just killed 13 minutes by standing here. I actually don't recommend doing this because you can just work towards shots and rebounds and all the other objectives that you need to do for power-up icons and X Factors, but I know there's a lot of online players out there that just can't be bothered with squad battles, so there it is. So as you can see, we get the 5-goal lead. We've got over 20 shots and the max amount of points that you can get in that game. Now, a lot of people get hung up on the fact that if they don't get max points, then it was a waste of time. If you are playing on Superstar, which is what you should be doing, regardless of your skill level, eventually you will get there. Scoring the goals that I just showed you, very easy to replicate, and it doesn't matter what team you have. Any of the budget beasts can score those goals, but if you want to make it easy as possible on yourself, I would simply just put the high 80 overall teams that you get in your refresh on Rookie, use those games to work towards your objectives, and then the lower games, just make sure you win on Superstar. Getting 2,000 points is more than enough, because really the difference between winning and winning by 5 is only about 250 points. So just make sure you win on Superstar and you're golden. Last thing I want to touch on, guys, is Hut Rush. Again, they juice the rewards at the end of the Hut Rush reward tier. It takes a long time after you do your objectives, but I would do all of the objectives for each of these. If you haven't watched my Hut Rush video on how to complete Hut Rush in the best way possible, go back and watch that. But it is worth it at least to get to 4 million, just over 4 million, to get all the random gold cards and XP collectibles, things like that. And then if you can grind and get the 2 power-up collectibles, that's massive for free-to-play players. Honestly, if you're free-to-play, I would spend my time in Hut Rush, even though as brutal as it is, getting to 6.1 million because those 2 free power-up collectibles are essentially a free MSP almost. That'll do it for me, guys. Next episode, we've got Rivals rewards and our first Hut champs of the season. I'll see you guys then. Have a good one.